don't know.
They really nailed the future of 1994 in this, didn't they? Glam rock as the peak of sort of human existence.
It becomes like a social order.
Yeah. Yeah, it becomes kind of like glam rock taken over by Satan. Also,
spoilers, God.
Also run by
outer space. It's in space. You thought it was set in New York City. I mean, maybe it was, but there's no way of knowing.
This is the apple, the forbidden fruit.
This is a biblical allegory. A clumsy, ham-fisted biblical allegory by the folks from Canon Films.
There's certainly not enough, I would say, plaid and undercuts and other things here for 1994. Like they really
a Bible
this
thing. I'm like, who's got a fucking undercut in the Bible?
No. Sorry, I just mean they were really off on their predictions about.
Well, I think that was made clear by the sarcasm.
But I don't know. Like, this was made in 1980,
along with many other great movie musicals like "Can't Stop the Music" and "The Jazz Singer."
Yeah. And one that was taken to places I don't feel most like prominent endorsers of the Bible would be comfortable with.
Oh yeah, well that's the temptation part, right? This is Satan trying to tempt us all with whatever the fuck we just witnessed. Welcome to Bad Movies and Beer. I'm Cooper.
I'm Nolan.
And today I don't even know what to say. This is one of those ones where I just like stare at you being like, what the fuck did we just get ourselves into? We're discussing The Apple, which was the brainchild and the love child of one of the two like owner founders of the Canon Films group, Menahem Gollum. I don't know.
We love Canon Films on this podcast.
Yeah, and I jumped at this chance. We were talking about it 2 weeks ago in our episode, how excited we were to see this shit.
They have the gall to try to make movies that they think people are going to love, or that they themselves would love,
or that they themselves can make money off of.
Well, that too, although we know that they kind of ran the company into the ground. So
yeah, because of movies like this. Because of giant productions with elaborate sets and costumes like this.
But isn't that what we're always asking for? People to fully commit. And they have done that here.
Oh my God, they have. And we are somehow committed to talking about this for the next 45 minutes or so. You know what will help make that easier? As always, we have paired this movie up with a beer. And I mean, we're just on a hot streak lately of beer name movie pairings. This is a fucking slam dunk. What do we got here today?
So we're watching The Apple, and we are drinking an Apple Blossom Honey Brown beer by the Bad Apple Brewing Company.
I mean, as if the beer name itself was not enough of a connection. Bad Apple Brewing. Are they named after this fucking movie?
Yeah, you might think that. But no. The Bad Apple Brewing Company is out of Zurich, Ontario, which I think is a smaller town off of Lake Huron. I don't know why I said it so weird there the first time. I think they have a cidery as well.
This is another one of these
places, right? They have their own farm with apples, and they produce ciders, and they produce seltzers, and I think they even have their own bees. It's got like pollinated by, and it's got like the bees on here.
Oh, okay. So, I will say I know they make ciders because I ordered these beers, had them delivered to my house. They ship throughout Ontario. And I just was like looking for a 12th can to basically make the shipping easier.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big cider guy, but I went with a pear ginger cider, and it was fucking incredible. Okay. It was so delicious. To be honest, it's better than all of the beers that I have tasted from them. And like some of the beers were good. Some of them were like very good. But this cider was fucking unreal. So if you are planning on trying some Bad Apple Brewing, we'll see how this honey brown goes. But fuck, man, that pear ginger cider was out of this world.
All right, so that sounds exciting. I think they're near Grand Bend, Ontario, near a provincial park called the Pinery. I have fond memories of going there as a teenager.
Well, you can go there again as an adult and taste some of this
visit
beer.
The Bad Apple.
Sure.
It sounds good. I'd
ask if they've seen this movie.
I highly doubt it, although the theme fits really, really well, right? The apple being offered, of course, and the apple is like the one being offered to Adam and Eve.
Yeah, and unless I'm mistaken, we talked about this before, but a honey brown beer was the proverbial apple that tempted you and I into beer drinking, no?
That's true.
It's a gateway beer. This is it. We've come full circle.
We're here. We're ready for the gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it open.
Some 20 plus years later, we're once again taking a bite into the apple. I agree. Let's give it a shot, man.
Let's do it.
So we come flying out of the gates here with hordes of screaming music lovers descending on the World Vision Song Festival. The year 1994. And just as we mentioned in the intro, this is exactly the futuristic glam rock paradise that you and I lived through. No, in all seriousness, things are going swimmingly at the Song Festival as a very greasy manager type discovers when he asks some random glitter man for a status update as our first musical number ends.
We're doing okay. Excitement 90, tension 92, and 138 heartbeats.
Yes, my Fandy and Dandy are magnifique. I'm going to make them the biggest stars of our decade.
And this is going to sound weird, but of all the ridiculous over-the-top costumes we've seen so far, this guy's outfit is maybe the most ridiculous. He looks like a ventriloquist dummy came to life, aged 50 years, then became a lounge singer, but is also a gay vampire and French.
It is very hard to describe him. He was giving off to me very strong Sacha Baron Cohen vibes. Like I was getting an over-the-top performance from him, Eastern European guy. Big brows, very deep set eyes.
It's not a very flattering portrayal of Sacha Baron Cohen you're giving right here, but yeah.
Well, he got ripped and looks great now. I've seen those, what were they, GQ photos that guy got, or Men's Health, I don't know.
All right.
Haven't you seen that? Sacha Baron Cohen got like absolutely
I have not
ripped.
been Googling Sacha Baron Cohen shirtless, but that's fine. Listen, you do you. There's no,
yeah.
we love everyone on this podcast. I don't know.
I was super into the start of this performance. The crowd definitely cheering and singing along, pulling me in. I wish I understood the lyrics, but I am loving the glam rock feeling. The lights that are going on, the kind of hilarious future cars or motorcycles they're on are laughable too.
Yeah.
So all of this is really good to me. I am a fan of David Bowie's glam rock time as well. So I'm not hating that this is where the future was for the people who made this.
No, well, and you enjoyed like when we watched Phantom of the Paradise also, and you mentioned a couple times there's some Rocky Horror vibes in here. So it's,
absolutely. So I am really digging where we are going currently in this thing, despite the naming conventions throwing me off because it's like quite difficult to understand who anybody is or what they're saying at times. I'm enjoying the direction of this thing.
That kind of raises the high bar though when you compare it to those other movies, because then it's like, well, if it's not as good as those, what are we doing here? Right? You just watch those movies, right? No, I'm serious.
Yeah, but I've seen those movies before. So if this one sort of has a style similar to them, but takes me on a bit of a different ride, then I'm open to that as well.
Okay, excited to try something new.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Anyway, this manager guy, like I mentioned, Boogaloo is his name. And he is confident that his act has the competition in the bag. But there's still one act left to perform. A songwriting duo called Alfie and Bibby, who take the stage and begin singing an old-fashioned love song to a smattering of booze. Apparently, this kind of romantic soft rock is totally passé in the 1994 of the future. But surprisingly, they begin to win over the audience with the emotion and vulnerability of their performance. That doesn't go over well with Boogaloo, who decides to sabotage them by playing some annoying background noise. That's enough to get them booed off the stage, but their performance is enough to score them an invite to Boogaloo's after party. That beats a long flight back to Moose Jaw, huh?
They made it very clear that they were Canadian and that they were from a small town.
In Saskatchewan.
Yeah, where I don't think anyone's ever been named Bibby before, but the naming conventions of this were really confusing to me.
As opposed to Pandy and Dandy?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was very confused by them. P&D's promoter, Boogaloo, also like challenging name. They're not making it easy for me to follow what's happening here early in this film.
Fuck, dude, get used to that. I don't know. I didn't track what was happening for most of this. Even like the words of the first song.
It was
like,
BIM.
What are they
What is
saying?
BIM? I didn't understand.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't really know.
It was clear that BIM is something, but it was really challenging to follow. And I didn't really understand sort of where things were going yet. Like I was confused. It just felt like we're sort of at a Eurovision.
What happened first, this or that?
I don't know.
Did Eurovision rip this off? Were they like, what a great idea?
No, I'm going to say Eurovision was around in the 80s or before 80, but I may be wrong.
One of our European listeners or someone who loves Eurovision, reach out and let us know.
Let us know. But like you said, what they made clear was this sort of folksy, yacht rocky style stuff was not what was popular in the glam rock era of 1994. But if they hadn't have sabotaged, it felt like they would have won. So we have some news after. Our Boogaloo Man is accepting the award for BIM winning this Eurovision-style contest.
Oh, yeah, but the reporters are pressing him a little bit on the idea that it might have been rigged. And so he basically threatens to have them fired if they print that, but then still takes their name and kind of, we end up finding out later, has them fired anyway.
He re-employs them as like a servant in his home.
Yeah, don't fuck with this guy is the lesson I'm taking away from this.
Yeah, he seems to be quite powerful. I had not made the connection yet to where we were going with this, even though we've kind of talked about it. I don't know why, because looking back, it is so fucking obvious.
Well, they make it very obvious in a minute. Like they just basically bash you over the head with it. But I think at this point, you'd be forgiven for not knowing right off the hop.
Other than the fact that he can speak like 5 languages fluently.
Yeah, you're right. Anyone who is fluent in more than one language, clearly
That's
evil.
not what I said. I said 5 languages. And he
4 is the cutoff point. If you got 4, you're good. 5, well, you're just demonic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, either way, this Boogaloo guy is clearly very powerful. And Alfie and Bibby are hoping that he's going to sign them and work some of his magic on their careers. And it actually seems like that might happen. But they're definitely going to have to make some concessions first, like completely changing their clothes, hair, and songwriting and performing style. Oh, and also it would be great if they started drinking and doing a bunch of drugs. That seems to be the message that Boogaloo is sending. And while Alfie stands strong on principle, Bibby is much more receptive to the carnal delights that are being offered up. That includes going up to Boogaloo's penthouse with that dandy guy. The singer, not the assistant who keeps spinning around in an office chair with different people on his lap. Time for another musical number.
Holy crap. Its musical numbers kind of come out of nowhere. And there's a lot of comedy inserted here too, just like you suggested. The one character is spinning in a chair.
He's flamboyant. I didn't catch his actual name, but
was this
Ashley?
Yeah,
okay,
this is Ashley, who is sort of like the marketing person.
He's the right-hand Mason's assistant. He's number 1. Oh, or is the other guy?
No, he's not number 1. Yeah, the snake guy is number. Glitter Man.
Shake.
Yeah, who always looks like a snake though when they're in Devil Land.
Oh yeah, well, we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, but we're gonna get there.
We will.
So this is interesting, right? They get to this party. Immediately they're separated. Both of them are offered alcohol, and then Bibby, the young impressionable woman, is fed drugs by Dandy, the performer who has just won this like Eurovision style contest. She, of course, being impressionable and sort of not used to being in a place like this, takes it. And then a song starts up that is all about them or her being made for him. Like he sings the song, I think the lyrics are "You are made for me." The whole thing is about her being there to please him,
seducing her.
Wow.
And we'll see a flip of that a little bit later on.
And she's into it though.
Wow, I think she's into this whole lifestyle. All of a sudden you're being offered all these things and people are talking about you and you're the belle of the ball, so to speak.
And they have a massive ball around her. They have this big performance, lots of dancing. The one thing I would note in all of the performances so far has been like a lot of choreography and outfits and different shots, and it feels very much like a cabaret stage show.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, the parts that's very much read like a play.
And it's fun, though. Like, it's good.
At this point, yes.
Yeah, right now, things are fun.
Sure, yeah. And I guess, speaking of fun times, apparently Alfie and Bibby passed their audition or whatever, because the next time we see them, they're standing outside of Boogaloo's corporate headquarters, arguing over how to approach the negotiations.
We gotta get a lawyer.
We can't afford one.
The guy's a shark. He'll eat us alive.
He's just an agent. He doesn't own us. He's only taking 50%.
Have you ever seen an American contract? There's hundreds of pages of double talk. You destroy us.
Or make us.
So again, we see Alfie being very hesitant to get involved, whereas Bibby seems much more willing to walk into this thing. Still, I wonder if she'd be that willing if she knew that what she was about to walk into is a fucking insane musical number. We get another one inside this office, and it is weird as shit.
Yeah, we're kind of in the waiting area. The waiting area is like the size of an airport terminal.
I thought it looked like an airport terminal with the carpet and the different like escalators and the general overlay. Could be like a convention center of some kind. I don't know.
It very well could have been filmed in an airport terminal, though, for sure. And another group who is waiting in that room to sign a contract with Boogaloo is like a ballet. I think it's a ballet from Cleveland or some shit.
Where most great ballet originates. Yeah. Nothing against, I love the Cleve. Nothing against Cleveland, Ohio. But you don't think ballet when you hear Cleveland.
And so they put on quite the number here in this in this lobby.
So weird.
Yes. But one of those things that is like visually stunning and hard to look away from, but in a car crash kind of way.
Well, like you said, there's choreography and there's costumes and there's a lot of movement, but like the song is weird, the dance moves are weird. It's all just weird, and I have no idea what's going on.
I was mesmerized. Like I was struggling to look away from
They're
this
tempting
one.
you. They're pulling you in here.
It's working on me as an audience member because I can't take my eyes off it. I don't. Partly because I'm trying to understand what's happening. I think I'm trying to figure it out. Also because it's just so odd.
Yeah. Which again, we've talked about this so many times too. But like, it's an era we didn't actually live through, right? Like this is not 1984, obviously. But like the glam rock thing, we were too young for that. I'm sure performances like this did take place in real life in places. I'm sure this music, parts of it must have been whatever, but we just can't conceptualize it.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
No, it does not.
1979, 1980 was a different place for performance in theater.
Yeah, it was a batshit crazy time, and after this batshit crazy musical number ends, Alfie and Bibby head into Boogaloo's office to sign their contracts. Alfie wants to read his first, but Boogaloo just keeps dropping more and more tantalizing opportunities in their laps, which totally blinds Bibby to what's going on. And she cannot sign fast enough. Whereas Alfie is not blinded at all. In fact, he's seeing all kinds of things that nobody else is, like darkness, earthquakes, and the flames of hell. Because, as we mentioned earlier, it is about to become very clear in a moment, that Boogaloo guy, he's the devil, and Alfie and Bibby are basically Adam and Eve. The Cannon guys, man, really swinging for the fences on this one. They're going big here.
Yeah, they are going to the origin story.
The greatest story ever told. No, I don't know.
The one origin story, the story of mankind. Yeah, wow. The evil villain of this is the devil. And our two Canadians from Moose Jaw are...
Okay, can we talk about this, though? Because Alfie clearly has... I think we landed on it as a South African accent.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out what it was for a while. Like, is it Australian? Is it whatever? I'm 99% sure it's South African accent. From Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I think in some ways, maybe they chose Canada in Moose Jaw because they thought audiences wouldn't know what that accent was. And
it just sounds like a small enough town that... No, hang on a second. Nobody on earth would hear that accent and be like, Moose Jaw? Moose Jaw? No.
I don't know. Maybe they don't know. But she clearly has no accent.
Yeah.
So it's funny in that way. So I don't know. I thought it was funny that they chose that. It is weird that he has that accent. So he's kind of not on board here. Bibby has signed the contract, but Alfie is seeing all these signs, and then they get transported to hell?
Oh, yeah, and that trip to hell leads us to yet another musical number, this time an up-tempo one encouraging Alfie and Bibby to take a bite out of the proverbial apple. Or perhaps the literal apple? Dandy's here painted gold and wearing nothing but a G-string codpiece, waving a giant apple in their faces. It's half red, half green. Looks a little plasticky, but still, he's physically holding it, so I don't fucking know. And you know who else is there? Napoleon. Just hanging out with a bunch of skeleton wraith things, which, again, sounds weird as shit. But somehow, this is the one song in this movie where I actually understand what's going on.
Yeah, this is clearly a Temptation song, right? They're trying to offer up that apple to both Alfie and Bibby, and Bibby is on board. She has already signed and is following the apple. She heads down, and she's covered in plants and leaves, I guess. She's in this dress, and they tear it off, and she's in a more, I don't know, hell-appropriate sultriness.
Yeah.
She has joined with the people, right? Or with the devil and his people. Alfie's fighting against it the entire time, though, kind of getting pushed around. Again, huge sets, Really interesting choreography, lots of people being thrown around. There's like a lot of levels in it. The Bibby character gets like pushed off something and has like a big trust fall and does a bunch of flips and gets popped back up. And you're like, holy fuck, what is happening here? Like they must have done so many practices of the dance and moves in this. This would have taken a really long time to film these numbers.
Fuck yeah. And not just that, like they built a giant set for this. Clearly. Like you said, there's levels and it's so big, and just like the amount of time and effort and money that went into this. And it was not worth it. They did not spend that money wisely or that time. God damn. Now, I said a minute ago that last song was the only one I understood. If I'm being honest, I understand the song we get next, but I do not feel great about it. Why don't you take this one, Noel?
So it's a bit of a reggae-inspired jam talking about how he is the master. He's basically saying after she's signed this contract and talking to all the people who like work for him and around him that he knows how to keep people in their place and to be the one who controls them.
Yeah, what does he do to keep them in their place?
There's so many things that
you give us an example.
I'm not comfortable talking.
Not comfortable?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it was so racist.
Wow.
This song...
I don't love that it was set to a reggae thing while he's singing about it.
And I know he's supposed to be the devil.
Yeah.
And they're using a lot of like historical evilness to show this, right? Napoleon popped up. A lot of the police, the future police, are dressed similar to SS officers.
Yeah, there's a bit of a Nazi vibe there for sure.
There's a lot of that, and they're clearly leaning on slavery to build the credibility of this evil character.
The song literally says he is the master, and it's him keeping people in line as the master.
And it works at making him seem very evil, but it also seems like something that is kind of cheap and like... Only because this is made in the 80s did this
you could not get away with this now. This is a straight up song about slave ownership. But like you said, it does make us like Boogaloo less, so mission accomplished. I'll tell you what mission was not going to accomplish, at least not for me though. Boogaloo's attempt to make Bibby a solo star by having her perform a song about having the need for speed. This song blows ass, and although it's early in the post-breakup phase for Alfie and Bibby, after seeing this, I figured he had to be in better shape. But then I saw his shithole apartment and heard his next song, and now I'm more convinced than ever that these two need each other. There's a reason that Hall & Oates never went solo, right? Like, you know.
Oh my goodness. Her solo song was awful.
Yeah.
Like, other than the slavery song, the least enjoyable song in the entire film is the
Good
one
hedge right there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's the one that she does on her own. Yeah. It's terrible. I like Alfie's solo song better than you do.
That wouldn't be hard. I think most people would hear that song and like it better than I did. So there's that.
Yeah, he's feeling the emotions right now. He wants her back. He's trying to move on with life, and it's a bit of a struggle for him. He's got a kind of overbearing landlady, and he's not paying her rent, so he decides to grab her bosoms and then sing this song to her.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that apartment. He does, I think, more like jokingly, playfully be like, oh, what if something, she just kind of laughs it off. But then he sings her song of protest and heartache, and
glam is taken over. We need to go back to our roots, to the hippie days.
That's, you know what? That kind of comes out of nowhere for me later. But is that what he's saying in the song?
Yes. Yeah, that's basically what he's saying in the song.
Peace and love for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, peace and love for all.
Well, that's going to be shattered here soon as we get a couple of encounters with the future police in our next few scenes. They are stopping people on the street to make sure they're wearing their BIM marks. Those are the shiny kind of triangle stickers that Boogaloo's assistant came up with back at that after party, which are apparently mandatory now, although they're pretty loose about how you display it.
You just go along to your local post office, you buy some, and you'll wear one from now on.
Where do I wear it?
You wear it anywhere you want.
And I, for one, am not surprised this is happening, for as we get told literally dozens of times in a ridiculous montage soon after this, hey, 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 BIM's on the way. They make that clear enough for you, or...
Was this montage the one that happened during the mandatory workout hour?
Yeah, man. Those fucking nuns were dancing, and who else?
It was the firefighters. While a fire was going on in the background, the police were dancing. There were people dancing in an emergency room Even the guy who was getting worked on dances until they have a comedy heart attack on the back there.
That is actually kind of funny. Like, I don't know. There's not a lot I can
There's a
point to
lot
where
of
I'm
those
like,
moments, though,
yeah.
where there's sneaking silliness in the background, and we can laugh at it. What felt weird to me, though, was we didn't really have a sense of the political situation in this until these BIM mark police started showing up, and we got this forced hour of exercise.
Yeah, there's a strong authoritarianism at work here. Not that I'm against exercise. I think people should do it. But
I'm glad. I thought
not at the expense of some dude having a heart attack.
It was just strange because I hadn't felt like they had built a political system for this place. And then immediately we find out that not only are they rigging the Eurovision contest, but they are also in control of the government.
Yeah, that happened very suddenly. That's why I said, like, suddenly these things are mandatory. And I'm like, what? How? Huh?
And I don't know if scenes were cut out earlier that tried to build this, or it was just missing from the writing. I don't know.
Maybe it's meant to illustrate how quickly this can happen in real life, and how one moment you're living like your idyllic thing, and all of a sudden, before you know it, the political winds have turned, and that's,
You're giving a lot of credit here.
I am giving a lot of credit here, yes. And speaking of giving credit, despite that Need for Speed song earlier, Bibby's star is somehow firmly on the rise, which does not sit well with Alfie. He tries to reach out after staring forlornly at a mural of her, only to get roughed up by Dandy and a couple of Boogaloo's goons. So he's hit a real low point here, as he lies bloodied on the ground, barely managing to pull himself up before it starts pouring rain in what was just a hilariously enormous cliche. And speaking of enormous cliches, how about the two former lovers singing out to each other from across the rainy city? Alfie stumbling through the dirty streets, wondering how it all went wrong, and Bibby staring out a rain-covered window like Neil Diamond and the goddamn jazz singer. The melodrama is so thick you could fucking choke on it at this point.
Oh my gosh. What's with 1980s movies?
Because the jazz singer was also
1980 and just singing to a rainy window. Holy shit. Was there no other way to show that you were fucking sad?
No, sad and lonely. Automatically. Bring me a rainy window.
Wow. Cry for Me was the name of the song, or like the chorus of the song.
I believe
as they're going through it. And I was just like, holy crap, this is a lot. It's funny because I prefer the glam performance, but I'm enjoying the love songs that
from a musical standpoint. You prefer that, yeah. That tracks with me. Alfie's landlord wakes him up the next day and tries to rally him, basically telling him to quit crying in the rain, man up, and go find Bibby, which he tries to do, crashing one of Boogaloo's parties far, far too easily. And you know what that means, Noel? It's a trap. That Pandy girl orders a couple of guys who used to be reporters, what was mentioned earlier, but are now Boogaloo's bartenders, to mix Alfie one of her special drinks, and they do. He slams it down, and things quickly take a turn. Alfie basically starts seeing a kaleidoscope of drag queens before Pandy pulls him away to sing a song that I'm 99% sure is titled Coming For You, which is basically about how she's going to orgasm for him repeatedly. And yeah, that sounds pretty graphic, but don't worry. Their sex scene is going to be very tasteful and artsy.
She gives him her special pea juice, and
God damn it!
As soon as he puts her
pea juice, it's going to be artsy and tasteful.
As soon as he puts her pea juice in her mouth, he gets all fucked up, and then she drags him off to a bed and lays him down. She kind of disrobes. We don't see it. They keep it artful, like you suggested, but the kaleidoscope that has been caused by him drinking Pandy's drink has made him see like 15 beds and 15 different couples. And on each bed, they are performing sex in the most like contemporary dance / ballet way you could ever imagine.
Yeah, they're kind of statuesque at first, and they begin moving. They're all covered. They're wearing like sort of like togas or like loincloths or whatever. And they just like shift into different positions. And there is clearly an undertone of sexuality. But again, I thought honestly kind of tastefully done. The whole sequence, pretty solid. I'm not sure that it needed to be like a full 11 minutes. But again, surprisingly artsy.
Yeah. Eventually, though, she does come for him. We have her
in the song she does, yeah.
Yeah, well, we have her finish with a moan, and all of those people on the bed do their kind of like full arch and slump.
That was the final move in all the performances, yes.
All of them full arched and then slumped. And then Alfie kind of stumbles out of there, still seeing the kaleidoscope of a world, right?
Yeah, and here's the question that we are left to ponder. Was it all a dream? because when the effects of Pandy's drink wears off, Alfie wakes up in the middle of a park, surrounded by hippies and some kind of Pied Piper. Dude looks like Gandalf and has a band of children with him. And after the future police break things up with their balloon vans, he invites Alfie to come find him under a bridge. Or wait, was that a dream that I had? I don't know what's going on anymore. Did that really happen? Tell me the truth.
It was fucked that he was woken up by the guy with the fakest beard that I've seen.
And eyebrows. You said I think you were watching, and you're right. Every piece of facial hair he had was fake.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough. It turns out he's playing another key character as we get to the end, so they had to completely cover him, so they didn't give it away. So it's strange that he's woken up by this old man, that he's brought to a group of hippies. This is where I'm asking you, like, is this message an anti-glam rock? Hippies are cool. Like, we need to go back to the vibe of the 60s.
Well, capitalism, dude. Don't forget capitalism, because they laugh off. They get offered money later. They laugh it off. They do not want the money. They don't want the trappings of fame and avarice. They just want to live a peaceful life of communal. I almost said love, but that's not quite right.
It is love, though. They do say just about love,
not
right?
like sexual love.
No. Just like loving each other and the earth and And
well, you say loving each other, and again, that sounds like sexual love.
No. Yeah. Just taking care of each other.
There we go.
In pleasurable ways.
No, you keep. No, we do find out that Alfie really did see the things he saw. Well, or at least he was in the room that he thought he was in, because that Pandy girl confirms to Bibby back at Boogaloo's like penthouse, mansion, hotel, whatever the fuck, that Alfie really was at that party the night before, which causes Bibby to react very emotionally. Now, Pandy tells her to go find him so the two of them can be together again, which Boogaloo's number one glitter man, Shake, does not like, and asks her,
"What was that you were just saying to her?"
What I should have said to her a long time ago.
You, go back to your room.
Don't listen to him. I'm getting you out of here.
You're going nowhere!
It's a trap, don't you see? He's a laugh!
So apparently Alfie has f***ed this lady right back to the side of the angels. But will Pandy be able to get Bibby out of there? Yes, she will, and it will be surprisingly easy.
It does appear that our P character, our Pandy, has now been filled with the magical seed of Alfie, which...
But she's not pregnant.
Well, we don't know that.
That's a good point. She might actually be. We're not sure.
This might be what changed
her.
No,
because we see her a year later. Oh, she could be hiding the kid at home.
Yeah, we don't know.
God damn, so many loose ends. Apple 2, should we run it back for... should we try and
get some clarity in what's happening here? She's definitely a changed woman. Like you said, it's pretty easy for her to get... Bibby out of the apartment. I'm stumbling on names again because
they walk out the front door. I thought they were going to be like a chase, like a sneak out in the night. They get
stopped by one of the leather daddy like demon dudes.
Then she tells them to let him go, and the Shake guys are like, let him go, and they just go.
Well, but he lets her go because he knows that she's contractually obliged to stay there, and that they're going to get a big payout if she does go. Right? He lets her go on purpose.
Well, yeah, but it takes them a while to enforce that, as we see, because. Bibby makes her way to Alfie's apartment only to learn from his landlord that he is in fact hanging out under a bridge now. So she heads over there where she meets the Pied Piper of the park from earlier. This guy gets a song of his own here, a low-key chanting type number called Child of Love, which starts in the futuristic year of 1994 and ends in the futuristic year of 1995. A whole fucking year passes, and the next time we see Alfie and Bibby, they are now married and living among the hippies with their baby. And although a significant amount of time has passed, like I said, we learn that Boogaloo has not forgotten about Bibby or the contract that she signed, so he descends on the park with an army of his future police. And I don't know about you, but I can't think of a single plausible way that Alfie and Bibby are going to get out of this one, at least not based on everything we've seen so far.
No. Jarring transition, this song. Like you said, so much time has passed. Alfie's got a very fake beard.
Yeah.
They have a child.
Yep.
They've just drawn some like butterflies on Bibby. They didn't really age her in any way, right?
Some hippie affectations.
Yeah, so they didn't really change her too much. This all comes out of nowhere. They're sitting in the park. They're singing their song, and it gets interrupted by the smashing of batons on
like riot shields,
shields, and they quickly get surrounded. And then who, of course, is leading the police?
It's Boogaloo, man, because he controls all aspects of this society and government. And like you said, they are surrounded with no way out. And I'm like, they're fucked. There's nothing that has happened that we've seen or heard or learned throughout this movie that would indicate a way for them to escape until Alfie drops the name that we'd never heard of before, a fellow by the name of Mr. Tops. And I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase Deus Ex Machina.
Yes.
Well, that's literally what we get here. God from the machine, as Mr. Tops, the character that we had never heard of until 5 seconds ago, flies down from the sky in his Cadillac, for real,
Yeah.
and invites the hippies to leave with him.
Yeah.
Boogaloo, who clearly knows this guy, asks the obvious question.
Tops, wait a minute. Where do you think you're taking them?
I don't know yet. I'm looking for a new place.
A new planet? Don't tell me you're going to start all over again.
Yes. But this time without you.
So yeah, he's like a god or an alien or both. And Alfie, Bibby, and all the other hippies walk off into the sky before Mr. Tops joins them and flies off in his pimped out caddy. And my wife said it best when we tried to explain the plot of this movie to her. What the fuck?
The ending to this movie is so out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, because they didn't have a way to get them out of the situation. And they're like, let's just have God show up and take everyone to the sky in his fucking Cadillac.
When he shows up in that fucking caddy,
Yeah.
and just pops down. How did you feel about the light effects and the sort of like?
Oh yeah,
ghostiness of the sky?
they leave the earthly plane and are ascending, like walking up
As
an imaginary
souls or
ramp
whatever,
into
yeah.
the sky to the Cadillac.
Did you think it was well done for 1980? Is this like
I didn't think it was well done for any
better
time.
than Life Force style effects?
First of
or
all,
worse?
Life Force had great effects. Fuck you. I will defend Life Force till the end of time. That is low key a great movie. No, this was some just fucking terrible, terrible stuff. I remember when we watched Superman 4, Quest for Peace, also a canon film, and some of the effects in that were like laughably bad. This is right up there with that.
I was so shocked by the choice to have alien God show up and port them away that I did not even pause for a second at the effects of them disappearing into the sky.
So that's what I was going to say. Far more egregious than any visual effects is just the choice to drop this dude in out of the sky, literally.
Why is he called Mr. Tops?
Because this is a subtle allegory. You have to read between the lines with this.
This movie is so fucking subtle.
They're
Yeah.
being real gentle with it. They're
Holy
just gently.
shit.
They're laying you down gently, like
What
Pandy does to
the
fucking Alfie
fuck
earlier.
happened?
That's exactly right. What the fuck is this?
Was it that gentle? I don't know. She rode pretty hard. But
This is what this is one of those movies, and I said this when we were finished watching it, where I just ask myself, like, how did this possibly get through any stage of any kind of quality control? But the answer is because the guy who owns the fucking production company is the director
Wrote
and writer of
directed.
this movie.
Yeah.
So who's going to say no to him?
Yeah, he's going to put
Yeah.
it out there. This is the problem of not having a good enough editor. What they did have,
This
though,
this is a problem of not having someone fucking
shut it down.
handcuffing you to your desk chair so you can't finish the screenplay. Fuck, what a ride though, man. Like this is, I don't know. I clearly did not know what to expect from this because I incorrectly predicted it was at a club and not a biblical allegory that just, encompasses, like you said, the origin of all humanity. Interesting take from you. It's just a pro-science East Coast liberal elite. I'm surprised you went with the creation route, but I'm good with it. Whatever.
I've read the book.
Clearly, so had the guy who wrote the screenplay because he got a lot of it right. So that's a lot in there. Yeah.
Just like the future glam rock. I think
I was
that
gonna
was
say,
he knew that stuff.
Fuck, man. It's just another one. Another win.
I think that's a weird, I find that a really interesting way to then use the apple allegory, the Garden of Eden sort of place. I don't know.
Well, I think with glam and with disco, and this has kind of led to the downfall of it, like this air of like excess around it, right?
Yeah.
It's just like more. There's literally a fucking disco song called "More, More, More," and it's just like you're everything's flashy and fancy, and there's drugs all over the place,
Just
and it's
too
just
much.
you're just dancing and partying, and you don't give a fuck about anything. It's just
That's fair.
it's this kind of carnal, bacchanal,
Yes, I don't disagree with you. I think what is hard here is that they're clearly supporting and employing lots of people who are dressed in drag or drag queens or dancing in elaborate ways.
You can't swing a cat in a disco without hitting a drag queen.
Is that a thing?
I think so.
Okay. But are they against that then?
Again, for me, it goes back to excess. I think that's, you know, a lot of times that's
just
what that
purely
gets lumped
excess.
in with, or like hedonism, right? It's these things are all part and parcel.
Okay.
If you'd really read the Bible, you'd know the answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know, man. But you know
One
what?
of us has.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't know, dude. But this seems like a good time to transition to our ratings because as we try to make sense of this, we're talking about all the stuff we liked and didn't like. And I will be totally honest, I have no idea what numbers you're going to throw me here, so I cannot wait to find out. The way we always do this, rate the movie on a scale of 1 to 10 2 times. 1 to 10 for how bad it is, 1 to 10 for how enjoyable. And the goal is to find movies that are a 10 out of 10 on both scales, or what we call the Crit 20. And I had to really think about this because, like we said, a lot of effort went into costumes, set design, choreography, music, but the story is just so fucking nonsensical that I really think I have to give it a 10 for how bad this is. The most thinly veiled allusion to biblical stuff you could possibly have. Them just bashing you over the head with some of this. Weird fucking performances. Weird plot decisions and character decisions. And just so much where we literally were like, what the fuck is happening? I'm so confused. I don't know. If you're a costume designer, you could point to this movie and be like, yeah, I did the Apple. And people would be like, oh, fuck, there's a lot of different costumes in that. Or if you're a set designer, you could be like, yeah, remember that scene in Hell in the Apple? I built that stage and I designed the whatever. And people are like, oh, fuck, that's a big thing. So in terms of the like physical artistry of making the elements of a movie, I think there's some skill and craft in here. But in terms of creating a movie with a story that is comprehensible and makes sense and conveys something to the viewer, I think this is 10 bad, man. This is a real bad movie. Really, really bad. And I well, we'll get to my enjoyment in a second, but yeah, I'll stick with this for now and just say it's really fucking bad. So despite the craft of certain technical elements, I'm going to 10. What do you think?
This movie, it has me deliberating more than most scores I have had lately, although I don't think it's that hard for the bad rating. It's a 10.
Okay, yeah.
I agree with you. It's the plot 100% confusing, gappy, the strange allegory, the like hiding it but making it really obvious at the same time.
Setting it in the future by 14 years.
Well, the future, the definition of the future or what they've created is just bad shit and awful.
Yeah.
The fact that they failed so badly at predicting what it would look like 14 years from then is pretty amazing.
Yeah, even for 1980, that's a real bad guess.
It's a real bad
guess. Yeah.
The acting is not very good. I don't know, the message, the like stereotypes that are used to try to get across some of the messaging or make them feel evil was a challenge for me too. And I know that kind of balances between enjoy and bad, but I'm actually going to put it on my bad rating. I think that made it a worse movie.
Well, again, if you're trying to convey something to the audience and it's not clear to them what that is,
or doing it cheaply, like I think they either did it really cheaply in the way that they wanted to communicate it, they did it in an easy way, or it was so weird and over the top that they didn't achieve communicating what they were trying to at times.
Yeah, they went all out on production elements.
Yes.
And they cheaped out on story.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
acting.
And acting. And so I'm going to give it a 10 bad.
Okay, but how enjoyable did you find this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Can I go second?
Sure. Because you know what? My answer is I'm going to couch mine in sort of a weird statement because I also struggle with this. I am so fascinated by this era. We watched Can't Stop the Music in season 1, the Village People musical that was set in the glam. We watched Phantom of the Paradise. This time of like sort of sexual fluidity, gender fluidity, glitter and shiny things and dancing and this sort of like joyful, ebullient celebration of just, I don't know, being fucking young and having the ability to dance. I don't even know. But like it's a fascinating time for me. Visually so interesting, aesthetically so interesting, but like with the benefit of hindsight, obviously doomed to like after 1980, it was all over. Like you can still find this stuff, but you have to like go to like niche places, out of the way places. So like I'm just fascinated to see anything from this time, and so I was excited to watch this. And while it was going on, I was just like, oh my god! And like a large part of the what the fuck is happening we talked about this before too. Like, it's entertaining in a way. You're like transfixed on this because you're just trying to figure out what's going on. And so it holds your interest in a way that a more competent movie that was just like shitty or boring would you tune out of it. But with this, you're like, there's so much happening. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And you just like can't take your eyes off it. So here's my answer. I enjoyed the experience of watching this. I enjoyed the time it was set and the costumes and many of the choices they made. And the ones that didn't held my interest because I was trying to figure out what the fuck. I'm only going to go as high as a 7, but I have the sneaking suspicion that if I watch this again, my number would maybe be higher.
Okay.
I think if I had with a little more knowledge of what this is now, watching it again and being able to kind of focus more on like individual, or actually, you know what? Maybe my number would go down. I feel like this is a real like danger zone thing where if I watch it again, I could be like pick up on more shit. 'Cause I missed some of the visual background gags because I was so feverish trying to like write down what I thought was happening. To be able to see some of that element and just kind of like whatever might make me enjoy it more. But without the novelty of seeing it for the first time, I might enjoy it less. Yeah, the weirdness, it's a real double-edged sword. It keeps your attention, but at the same time, too much confusion, and you're like, I don't know, I don't get it. So 7 for me. How about yourself?
I really like the big sets. I like the choreography, the performances for the most part. I thought it entered really strong. I thought the music was good. It looks like, what was it, George Clinton?
Yeah, I would assume that's the guy from Parliament Funkadelic, right?
But he is credited in the like end credits as being one of the writers of most of the music.
I mean, there could be another guy named George Clinton, but
I don't know. But it seems right.
It feels right.
Feels right with the sound and the.
I don't know if George Clinton would appreciate us putting him in this, but you never know.
He doesn't want it to be brought back up. I thought it was ridiculous and weird in good ways. Like you said, I think the word for me was mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Like I got caught watching some of this and just focused on trying to understand or take my eyes off what was a really interesting way to send a message. You know, I really like musicals. I like theater. And so much of that was that on screen. I wondered whether this was maybe like a off-Broadway
I
thing
cannot
before.
believe that was possibly true.
I don't think so because it was written and directed by the Canon guy, but like it felt like this is something that could have come from the stage. Certainly the people who performed in it were stage actors and not like Hollywood actors for a lot of the performance, I think. Like,
well, the dancers for sure.
Oh, yeah, all of that are professional people who do that. The like messaging took a little bit away from it for me too. The message they brought at the end and the way that it sort of wrapped up felt
well. Yeah, that's
like,
I mean, my God,
that definitely dinged how like if it ended on some like if they all ended up like dancing and the devil and Mr. Tops became like best buddies and everyone coexisted in peace or something. Like if there was some kind of like just like it didn't make sense but was an absolutely over the top musical number, this could have finished for me on like a 10. But for it to end with that like kind of serious mode, they all go to their own new like heaven or planet, and like it just ended in a tone that didn't fit with what I wanted from a like ridiculous glam musical.
Yeah, that is a great point by you. Most musicals build to like one final big musical number, and this did not have that at all.
No.
It had that like brooding, plotting, chanting song about the love child.
That got interrupted.
And then it's just like then they just walk. They don't even like sing or dance into the sky. They just walk. Yeah, good call. I didn't think about that, but that's a great point.
I needed a better climax.
Yeah.
This was like smacking it
You're
around
like
for 10 minutes, and it not.
This movie was
I
not.
didn't
Or
get
you
my
were
pandy
not.
moment.
You were
No.
not going for this movie.
No.
Yeah.
And so I would say that was sort of the largest detractor for me. We were close to something big.
Right.
It smacked it around for a while.
Oh, they tease you,
and it never got there.
No good. So what's your number?
I'm gonna go with 8. It was really intriguing. It had a lot of promise, and then it fell short. This was a movie that could have been a Crit 20.
Yeah, when I was kind of like putting down what we were going to do for the next few weeks, there are certain movies where I'm just like, it's not going to happen for this one. But there are some where you're like, maybe. And this was one I was definitely like a maybe on. I was like, this could maybe get us. You think canon, you think like musical, just the time period that's set in the glam 1980s. It's the right ingredients to possibly give us a perfect Crit 20. And we did not get there. Although decent scores, 10 and 7 from me, 10 and 8 from you. So again, if I think I'll watch this again, I could probably get higher. I'm sure my enjoyment, I'm not sure. I think my enjoyment could definitely grow with a second viewing or a third viewing.
Yeah.
So same time next week.
I'd watch it again.
Okay, there you
The
go.
songs are not uncatchy. I still
Some
need
of
to
them.
learn
Some of them are
I
not.
still need to learn the lyrics to BIM. I could not
Yeah.
understand that song. I still don't understand what a BIM is.
Yeah, same. Does it stand for something?
Well, his name was what?
Boogaloo.
Yeah, so is he the B in BIM? What's like is it movement? Like
The M is clearly Mr. Tops.
no. It's movement.
Speaking of things that we enjoyed or didn't enjoy or might enjoy more the next time we have it, what'd you think of this beer?
It was good. It was very easy to drink. I would say hit very sweet early and then finished in a smoother way. Not a strong malt or hop profile to it.
Yeah, that sounds weird when you say it, but I do agree. It actually, like, if you ask me to name sort of the predominant flavor you get from this, I'm not sure I could answer that question. It doesn't really taste a ton like hops or a ton like malt or a ton like honey. It's kind of subtle.
Yeah.
And I actually don't mind that because some honey browns, it's like too sweet. You get too much of the honey or you get too much of the malt. It makes it kind of, you can't drink a lot of them in an evening.
Yeah.
Whereas this went down real smooth. I feel like I drink a bunch of these. And you do still get like a little bit of all this. You get a little hops, a little malt, a little honey, but it's not overwhelming in any one direction.
I feel like it could get you fucked up. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this
Yeah.
could be a hangover in a can.
Because there is still honey? If
Well,
there's
yeah, exactly. Because it's kind of sweet.
But maybe the fact that it's subtle is you wouldn't think of it as you're
they're
doing
only
it.
5%ers, so
yeah.
you'd be fine. You could drink 6 to 8 of these.
Very crushable.
Yeah.
And yeah, smooth.
Yeah, I would like to try more from Bad Apple.
Well, we tried the Hellas. That was decent.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Hellas for sure. Maybe I'll try their IPA.
Please. Because I don't want to drink it. Yeah. No, and again, that fucking pear ginger cider just haunts my dreams.
Ooh,
So
that sounds good.
I'll be looking at a fucking rain-covered window, just thinking about that pear ginger cider. No, this was good. Bad Apple Brewing. Check out their stuff. And thank you for checking out the Apple with us today. 2 weeks from today, we're going to be crossing something off our sort of dream list here because we've talked about this before. And it's been almost 6 years. We're winding down our 6th season. We're finally going to watch a Neil Breen movie in 2 weeks.
No.
That's right. We're watching Double Down.
Neil Breen is making an appearance for the first time on the podcast.
If you don't know who Neil Breen is, I didn't either till I started a Bad Movie podcast. But he is a notorious, like self-producing, in the vein of like a Rudy Ray Moore or a YK Kim or a... Fuck, who's the guy who did Champagne and Bullets? Oh,
one of the best.
I forget the name, but fuck, man. Like, yeah, it's just a guy who makes his own movies, puts himself in the movies.
You know I love these.
Yeah, man.
I've heard a lot about Breen, and it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic time. It sounds like a guy who pulls no punches. He just goes for it, and with hilarious effect.
Yeah, I think there will be punches, though, probably, because it's like an action movie.
And Breen is out of Vegas, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's what everyone knows about Neil Breen. He's a big Vegas guy.
Well, I just feel like that means that there are less rules. Like, I feel like if your home base is Vegas, you're willing to go. There's sort of like not a lot of things you're not willing to do.
Yeah, whatever happens in a Neil Breen movie stays in a Neil Breen movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that is. John DeHart was the name of the guy from
John.
Champagne and Bullets. John DeHart.
A fucking
And you know
hero.
what? Fuck, dude. If this movie with Neil Breen is in the same camp as like Champagne and Bullets and Miami Connection and fucking Human Tornado, then we'll be in great shape 2 weeks from now. And we sure hope you will join us. But before then, if you haven't already, please follow us on social media at the BMB Podcast on Twitter and Instagram.
Feel free to send us emails, thebmbpodcast@gmail.com.
Absolutely. We always love to hear from you. And we hope that you enjoyed the Apple today.
I wonder how many people are going to tune into this one because nobody's heard of this shit.
Yeah. That's always what we wonder, right? Some people will listen to those, give it a shot, and maybe they'll watch the movie afterwards, and great.
It's worth watching. If you can get it and you don't, yeah.
And if you like the glam era, and you have not seen this movie, check it out, man. You will not be disappointed. It's got a lot of stuff. No. Hopefully this was not a bad apple today for all of you. And we hope to see you back here in 2 weeks' time for Double Down, Neil Breen. Until then, I'm Cooper.
And I'm Nolan.
And we'll see you next time on Bad Movies and Beer.
Don't sink your teeth into the apple.
The future is music, and music is their future.